Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure we are all. So, why? Okay. Just testing, 1, 2, 3. And we should be able to get underway very shortly indeed. Just need to make sure that we are live. And we are live. And I'll just quickly make sure that we are. Volume. And we are live. Yep, we do. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JSI. This is the 10th round of Season 8. We are here for the Dutch Grand Prix, here at the beautiful Zandvoort track today. But, so, obviously, here in Zandvoort, the day where Mr. VFR Troy can become the world champion. However, I don't think he is racing this week, unfortunately. I'll just quickly send that to guys, so he's got it. And hopefully we should be able to get underway here today. But we are here in Zandvoort, obviously in the Netherlands, home of many a driver here in JSI. Home Grand Prix for a lot of drivers, so they're going to be hoping to make good on this race. The one that we're going to want to win the most, I believe. But obviously the day where Troy can become world champion, despite looking like he's not going to be here. However, obviously one of the shortest lap times on the calendar, one of the only tracks where we do see us go below the 1 minute and 10 second mark, but a lap around the beautiful Zandvoort track, obviously returning back in F1 2020, but we saw it for the first time in real life in 2021 after a very, very long, nearly 35 year hiatus for the Dutch track, with its last Grand Prix before 2021 being in the year 1985. But taking you around a lap of the Dutch Grand Prix, there's a load. Oh my god, that was terrible for me. My apologies. As I'm just trying to find the corner names on these, so it could help slightly. But 14 corners make up the Zandvoort track here today, as I'm just trying to find the corner names. But obviously the 15 corners, many corners. Tarzan is your turn one, after the long DRS straight, where one of your most favourite overtaking opportunities when going down there. Tarzan, obviously, as well, bit of a slower, one of the slowest corners on the track. Before we head into I'm not pronouncing them. I'm very British myself, so you're not getting any chances of me saying hello, you. Into turn 2 we go again. That's a bit of a fast corner. Gear 5 is your optimal gear to through there to maintain the speed. Into the banking of turn 3 again. Many lines that you could take through there to get your overtakes done. Obviously gain as much time as you can, especially in qualifying through. We go into 4, 5 and 6. Not really corners, they're more kinks. Up into the fast corner of 7, 6th or 7th gear. Who's going to be brave enough to maximise their speed and not lose a whole lot there? Your lap can be made or lost there as well. Easy to spin out of 7 into 8 we go again, a fast corner. And obviously on this year's game the curb is hurt, so messed up turn 8, you run wide, your lap is over. as into 9 as well. It's a slower corner compared to 8, but very similar in characteristics. Before you go into turn 10, very similar to Tarzan, back at turn 1, onto the second of 2 DRS straight, and the only one not to be on, well, the only not start finish straight, but into turn 11, it's one of your hardest braking zones, and it's optimal overtaking place there before we go into the curve of 12 through the stadium. The orange flares won't play a factor in this race, hopefully so. Before you go again into another fast corner, not as fast as 7, but it's still possibly a 5th gear corner there, into 13. We go onto the banking of 14, down to the straight, onto the start finish with the DRS wide open for the second and last time in the lap before you start. All over again, 36 times we will be going around this track here. Many attempts to overtake, but also the weather playing a key factor this week. Obviously, we saw major rain forecasted in the real life Dutch Grand Prix this year. As yeah, we will have full qualifying Q1, Q2, Q3. So obviously Q1, you want to get your lap times in, well, whenever really. But it's going to be interesting to see. Will the Red Bull dominance continue? Obviously, last week, my apologies as well for not being able yeah. So my apologies, I am drinking a load of strawberry water. But looking into last week for you ladies and gentlemen, last week's race winner was Mr. Marley, but Mercedes was able to defeat Troy in Spa. I believe it was Spa, I'll have a look. No, sorry, Imola. That's me being a bit of a dum-dum. Goodmans as well, making it a 1-3 for the Mercedes outfit. But it's going to be interesting to see, can Troy wrap up the title by not even being here? It's going to be interesting to see. Don't go anywhere as Q1 gets underway. So we're not going to really expect much here today as Q1 obviously 15 go through, and we have 15. So, oh wait, huh? Who's that? What's going on? How have we got a lobby restart or something? Because Mies left. As we've got Hamilton in try, aka your championship leader Troy. Hola! Welcome in now today. Obviously the man who could become world champion. It'd be interesting to see if he become world champion. But we have 16, so technically, because Mies is retired, the only thing, the top 3 don't technically have to run, but they are running indeed. It's in fact the Aston Martins are on the intermediates now, just to make sure everything is working. They're driving in. Oh, that is. You know what? We need to take a moment for this. This is some beauty. Sorry for that. I decided to mute because we've got our 2 Aston Martins here, ladies and gentlemen, driving in formation. I don't know if they've Ron Keegan and Emily Kay in formation here. The Aston Martins. Is this a statement to the other teams? A statement of intent? Yeah, trying to get into their head slightly by driving in formation on these intermediate compounder tyres. Zyvo is in the chat there. Toy to you. Welcome into today's chat, Drace. I think this is good for the content teams. Wow, what beautiful. See you later, but well, see you later. See you later. Yeah, everyone out on the intermediate tyres except everyone on the inters. Obviously, just need to get your lap in without crashing, and that knocks me's out to the bottom of the grid. Obviously, don't need to push too hard here in Q1, or this is just people testing everything. But we're going to drive on board with your lead Aston Martin, is Rokikun. But he's already gone through turns 1, 2, and 3 here. And now we go through the kinks. Into turn 7 we go. And obviously on the inters, this is not what it's going to be like in the race. Because obviously those tyres are going to be completely overheating. You could throw a few eggs in there. Scramble them up by putting them in the carcass of the tyre. And the inters looking quite good here for the Aston Martin. Here in the dries, obviously on this year's game, the dries are just... There's not much of a balance in the inters and the dries. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to win Inters Championship now. You don't need a Creators Series version. So we go through 13 onto the bank in the 14 now. Don't want to understeer too much as well, or hit the grass there. Oh, he has a big correction there. But Rockington, what can he do? Up to the line. It's a 14-9 for the Aston Martin. Emily K gets a bit of a toe. From Renus goes second. But obviously, at the current stage, this doesn't really matter a whole lot. As next up will be the Haas of Luca. Luca is pushing here on that Greenwood compound tyre. A tyre we might not see a whole lot of today. Regarding the weather stays away. Okay, I forgot this is bad for me. The Ferrari. I forgot. I forgot the new Ferrari. The one-off liveries in the game now. Look out to the line. He goes second. I forgot the Ferrari was in the new version. Oh my god. You know what? That is a beauty as well. A load of beauty. Here, Zamberbell now crosses the line to go fastest overall in Q1. Next up will be Zyvo, Goodmans, and Taver. They all need to go out for laps, to be fair to them. I think it'll be Marley going fastest overall now on the Inters. This is a load of fun to see everyone go on the intermediates in the try. You don't see this every day. Let's just say that for free. As Renus to the line goes second overall. Next up will be, I think, Emelike starting his lap. He's into the pit lane, sorry. Nitro. Let's go on board with Nitro. He's not really using the battery. He's not too fussed. It looks like about the Inter Championship. He goes fourth for the Williams team. Next up will be Ferrari. It'll be Dan's gone up different. Dan's trying to show off here. He goes fast. Obviously, he goes fastest by 3.2 seconds to second place there. Renz crossed the line third fastest. Chicky goes second fastest on the softs. I don't think anyone... Did someone give Red Bull the memo? And Dan the memo? Did someone give them a memo that we're going on to? And as well. No one gave these guys the memo that we're doing some inter-championship shit. Oh, lovely. But looking for, I think he's not on a push lap, so he's going to go for another one in just a moment, I believe. Through David and Ivo. So David is going out. This is quite amusing to see everyone on the Inters, but you love to see it really, and you don't see this in leagues such as WR or you see him go on the Inters to test to quote unquote test equipment. Dan goes back to the top of the time and shoots. It's a 9.4 for him. There's Goodmans thinks he can park at turn 7. Unfortunately, at turn 8, sorry. Unfortunately, that's not a car parking bay, so he's not allowed to park there. We'll ride aboard with the Williams. Why not? It's Hoof now coming through turn 3. Again, the banking exit is so important there. As Hoof now, what can he do? As we go through 5 into 6 now, and again 2 kinks, but he decides 7th gear for turn 7. As we go through 8 now, and he misses his apex, but manages to keep enough speed there. As we go through 9 now, what can he do? We power down to 10 now. Again, just like Tarzan. Misses his apex this time. On the run into turn number 11? Yeah, turn 11. And Tom, oh, he's on the gravel there. You can see his tyre. It's getting a bit old there, a bit faded, but he's now on the grass there. Hoof is all over the shop here today, ladies and gentlemen. But what can Williams do? Up to the line. Let's see where he can stick it. We see his teammate up in 8th at the moment. Hoof to the line, goes 11th fastest. Goodmans is next to cross the line. What can he do? As purple in the first sector, Goodmans. How is he? No, I'm sorry, that can't be purple, surely. And also, someone needs to tell Ivan. Oh, David's going out on mediums. Ladies, you don't need to go on mediums. Be fun. Go on inters. Ladies, go on. Just stay on inters a bit. It's fun. No one's going out. Except for Ivo if he doesn't get a move on, but Goodman Survivor, what can he do? 7th. There's people that we've got a bit of racing now between Luca and Oof. And Luca down the inside of 7 we go. This qualifying session's got it all. We got intermediate. Luca. Luca. I'm going to save him the embarrassment and go over to Hoof. But Dan seems to be pushing quite hard at the moment in Q1. Please, someone tell... Oh, he's gone off! He's gone off at 7! And he might be just testing the limits here as... Blood. You can't go there. He might just be pushing the limits. However, you got to be careful, because if you cash out here, you're out. And call me Will Buckton later. Okay, we're on number with, I think, Davidenko. Let's go through 4. Sit at 5 and into 6 now. Into 7. What can the Red Bull do? We see Dan already on that medium compound tire, breaking into the mid 9s at the moment. But David now into 8. Oh, he's straight away from that apex like it's a certainty, like Barcelona. I don't know. I think he's a Madrid fan. Help. But he is purple in that middle sector. However, why can David stick that Red Bull's Dan obviously top retiring in the pit lane here. He's top the session at the moment. But obviously it doesn't matter here in Q1. David to the line. What can he do? He is pushing, and he is over the line in second. So it is strike 1 to the Ferrari team. They're winning both the Inters Championship and the Slick Running Championship. That is something else. Absolute domination is boring. The only man who now needs to go and set out a lap is Ivo, but we're not going to ride on board with Ivo, because we're going to ride on board with Emily K, who's on the soft, for some reason on the softs. Lad, you're not going out, promise. yeah, you're not going out yet, don't worry, we're still only in Q1, mate. But Emily Gay now, what can he do through 9 into 10 we go. It's a little bit of a left to right scenario there, wiggle on the wheel, and Emily Gay now pushing the DRS wide open here, the letterbox led through the air, and he is purple in that middle sector. What can he stick that Aston Martin? Realistically, he needs to be getting around where, between the Red Bulls, I feel. He definitely, no offense to Tricky, does have but he has the pace on Chicky. But it's going to be interesting. Where can Emily Gay stick down Aston Martin? He sticks it third fastest. Now the man who needs to set a lap, because if he doesn't, he's in the mud. Now pushing here is Marley now goes up to third fastest. It's Ivo, the horse now on the medium command tyres. And I think people do need, I think the Renz has gone out as well. Right. Lady, we don't need to go out on multiple laps. As soon as Ivo crosses the line, we can all retire. I'm joking, by the way. Please don't. I'm enjoying the Inters Championship. But, through the bank, we go with 14. It's... Ivo up to the line. Goes 5th. Fastest. Oh, I think everyone's been told they have to go set. Wait. Let me just double check. So yeah, it's very interesting to see why people are going on the softs or the mediums in this stage. Obviously, everyone is going through. Yeah, the only person really but Renz, he's purple in that middle sector now. It's just Marley. Renz now up to the line. Where can the Ferrari put himself? Top of the timing sheet, ahead of his teammate. It's going to be a Ferrari 1 and 2. Chicky as well. He's starting his lap, so I think for Q1 this will be the final lap we see here today. As we go through the banking now, and Chicky looking, I think he's just more or less trying to get used to the Red Bull at this current stage in the in qualifying. But pushing here, Chicky through 8 and into 9 we go. The RB19. It doesn't get much screen time. Oh my word, the McLaren's gone out. Right, who was that? The McLarens are going out as well. Amberbell retires. I mean, that gives them. Renus has gone out. As Chicky is now purple in that middle sector. Everyone is now realising they are all through. What? Nitro now retires. Who will retire in a minute? And the man who's going to cross the line here is Chicky, who goes 6th fastest. Ivo now retires. Renz has retired. Emily K is just vibing. Bippo is. Yes! Don't tell me, is he doing? No, he just some idiots. Bippo, it's on the wets. Come on! Yes! I love that. Yes, we've got someone on the wets. That is incredible. Yes, we've got someone on the wets. Get in there. You love to see it as Rena's alright on board with the man on the mediums here in the banking section at the current stage in this race. Through turn 3, exit is strong there for the McLaren man, obviously going through. And Rena's looking quite strong so far on the mediums. Trying to see what the McLaren's pace is so far. As now he is literally the only one on a lap now. He could no, actually, don't spin out and crash. Please don't do that, because we sort of need to. You sort of don't get through if you do that. Yeah, muppet. There's Renas. What is he going to do to the line? Renas is cooking, ladies and gentlemen. Renas is cooking. He is cooking. I would, if Renas goes to the top of the timing sheet in a realistic tractor, Renas to the line. Oh my gosh, Renas goes third. I know him. Oh my gosh, and dislodges the Red Bulls. Amateur timing sheets. Ferrari 1-2 at this current stage. Renas in third. Davidenko, Marley, Malike, Chicky, Ivo, Pippo, Goodmans, Amberbell, Nitro, Rocky, Gun, Luca, and Hoof all through. Mies is out. And I don't even know who Mies is, so. But Q2 will be underway, where we will actually have times. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. For Q2, the session that actually is going to matter on who gets through and who goes through, who goes out, and obviously. Speaker, which we're already riding aboard with the Haas of Luca, who's already going out for a lap. And he's now on the medium, so now he's getting sweat time. It is getting crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. But we will be riding on board just a little bit later. Here with Luca, as he'll be the first one out on a lap, as we see everyone else. It's going to be Luca first. The Haas, the MoneyGram, the tribute to Nikki has been on that chassis. But it's going to be interesting to see what the Haas can do. We're going to see finally the pace of everyone else who didn't set a dry run in Q1, but the sun is beaming here in Zandvoort, and we are going to get underway here with Luca's first lap as we go on the run into Tarzan now, and misses his apex slightly, but it doesn't matter as much when it comes to Tarzan, as he keeps it now in 6th gear. That's looking quite strong so far in qualifying. It takes a little bit of a more straight line there in the banking, but now through 5, now 6 we go. And he's slightly on the grass there, so he's not going to have the best of grip in the world on that left front tyre. But now into 8 we go. Misses his apex slightly, but it doesn't matter through there as much as matters more through here, through 9. He has a big snap, and it's a lot of wheel spin as we go through 10. Again, a lot like Tarzan, but this one, the apex is a lot more important in comparison, because it's still a longer corner. So there's now traffic ahead as we go through 11 into 12 here. The McLaren is letting through Luca now. Obviously he would, as still a bit more wheel spin, really aggressive on that throttle pedal. What's it going to be for Luca? As there's yellow flags ahead. As Luca up to the line, what's he going to do? The Haas Goes to the line, it's 11.0. Next up to cross the line, I think will be the McLaren, maybe. Nope, it won't be. It'll be, I think, the Mercedes and Malay. Yeah, it'll be Malay next. The man on the medium compound side, the Mercedes looking quite strong so far. As the Aston Martin behind is on a outlap at the moment here. I believe that might be, yeah, that's where Ron Ginkin in behind there, and he's going to set off on his lap here, and we will check in with him very shortly. But Malay up to the line, goes to the top of the timing sheets. Next up, I think, is Is it Nitro? No, he has invalidated his lap, so I think it's the Red Bull's turn. It is Chicky, the medium runner, so far for the Red Bull team. What's it going to be for the RB19 up to the line? By bit split, and it is second fastest for him so far. Next up, I think, was Amabel starting a lap here. So next up, I think it will be the Black Pippo. Nope, it won't be. It'll be Renus. It'll be his teammate. On the soft compound to the tyres, and he goes to the top of the timing sheet on that softer compound tyres, and now his teammate is coming through out of the exit of 12 into 13. We go now, the 99 on that car, trying to perform a little bit like Antonio Giovinazzi here in 2021, getting into Q3. Unfortunately, we know how that race ended out for him, but he goes up to the line. It's fourth fastest for the McLaren. Next up, I believe, might be Ron Ginkin. No, everyone is starting laps again. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, for that sneeze. As Davydenko is going through the banking now with the Red Bull tyres, chosen for the second of the two RB19s. The tooth goes to the line, and Ron Ginkin doing incredible lap times there, but Davydenko is trying to challenge him, and hopefully even challenge Renus, as now he's popping in that first sector. The Red Bull looking at one here in Zandvoort, and we saw obviously this car winning on the weekend. Max Verstappen winning it 9 in a row, but can Davydenko recreate that success? Not 9 in a row, but winning here in Zandvoort for the Red Bull team. But as he's now purple in that middle sector, it's a 48-1 there for the Red Bull, as we go through 12 on the exit here, and it's beautifully done. He's right on the limit on the entry into 13, hooks up beautifully. He's got the McLaren zone to worry about, and could it be a bit of a tow from the McLaren zone there, coming into the pit lane? Davydenko, he's trying to use it. Oh, that's a bit of a flash there. Davydenko goes to the the top of the time machine. This one track, so where it's just so close between everyone. This hoof now, 27 seconds of an improvement. Hoof to the line, goes 7th fastest on the softest compound of tyre. As next up, I think, I'm looking through, is it Ron Ginkin? Yeah, Ron Ginkin to the line, goes 3rd fastest for the Aston Martin. Next up's going to be Luca the Haas now on the mediums again. He's currently 7th fastest. He can improve his position, obviously, but it's going to take a bit of an effort here to improve it, and he does improve it only by 1, but it's 3.5 tenths of an improvement up into 6th place now, as Amber Bale up to the line now. What's it going to be for him? Goes up to 8th fastest. Next up will be, I think, the Williams of Mr. Football Nitro. No, it won't be. Disgraceful. And look who's decided to turn up, the Ferrari. I think Ivo is pushing on his lap now. I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, it's Ivo, and he's purple. It's a 48.3, so he's going, I think, just 2 tenths slower at this current stage to Davydenko at the top of the timing sheets. But what can the Haas do? We see his teammate already in 6th place at this current stage. The Haas up to the line. What's it going to be? 3rd fastest for the Haas. Next up's going to be Nitro. And he needs the nitrous boost here today. Up to the line. What's it going to be? DRS wide open. Letterbox wide open. It's 7th fastest for him. Next up, I think, no, that's an outlap there. Let's try for Luca. He's into the pit lane. Amber Bale. Is Amber Bale on a lap? I wonder. No. Maybe the Ferraris. No. The Malike is no good. Marley's on out. Don't tell me. Are we back on board with Ivo? Is Ivo pushing? No, he's not. So guess who we're on board with, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan! It's Dan now. Pushing through 9 here. The Ferraris need to get a time on the board now, as they are languishing at the bottom and in that elimination zone at this current stage. Currently going out would be Goodman's, Emily K, Dan and Renz and Hoof. But we just cannot confirm yet, as he's now purple in that middle sector here. And the Ferraris look mighty in Q1. Can they be even more mighty here in Q2? And go on to clean sweep the whole of qualifying. The Ferrari up to the line. What's it going to be for Dan? He's pushing. He goes to the top of the timing sheets. First man's break into that mystical 108 barrier here in Zandvoort. Next up will be Renz to cross the line. As Renz now, what can he do? Up to the line, the Ferrari. He's out of battery. Up to the line, goes to the top of the timing sheet. And it is Ferrari domination at this current stage. But can Emelike destroy the balance between the Ferraris? No, he only goes up to 6th fastest. Next up will be the Mercedes duo. It's Marley next. And he's already improving by a second. This will put him just about 4th fastest ahead of Renus here, and he does go there indeed into 4th place. Guzman's, can he match the height of his teammate? Can he even beat him? Up to the line, only 6th fastest for the Mercedes. It's very close at the current stage in this qualifying session. That'll be interesting to see as yeah, it'll be interesting to see as Dan now retires. As the Ferraris retire in the pit lane there. They obviously they will have to go again. Generally speaking, I think the top 4 are safe. To an extent, Renus and Goodman's are safe, but they'd be risking it. Ivo and Ivo definitely is risking it. Emily K Down have to go again. Davidenko retires in the pit lane there. He's going to bolt on that 0.0 being enough there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mercedes of Marley does retire in the pit lane as well. But Hoof isn't going to be the one retiring. He needs to get himself out of that bottom 5 here, as he is currently dead last here in Q2. He needs a massive improvement. He needs well over a second, maybe even about 1.5 seconds as we go through Tarzan here. The Williams, oh my god. You're not meant to do that. You're not meant to do that. And so Hoof already invalidates his lap time already. That was very quick. Fair play. But be interesting to see what can anyone really do. Can anyone challenge? I think the lap Hippo is going to be the next one out, as we're going to see the influx of your bottom half drivers here. Big shock so far, Cheeky, as Marley does retire. So the top 4, you stay there safe. Maybe 5th onwards are all going to go out on laps here. Who knows? As I think Hoofy is just trying to gain his ERS back and save his tyres. He can go again, however. It's the Williams will be what? Oh, Renus is going to gamble it, as we got DJT in the chat there, the Ferrari driver from last week who finished in P4 in Imola. Goodman's also retires. It's a bit of a gamble there from the McLaren and the Mercedes, you could say. But Hoof, what can he do? To go through Tarzan, the Williams needs this lap now to get itself, as we saw the magic of Alex Albon pull it off, as well as Logan Sargent, both getting into Q3, obviously, in this exact car. Well, not exact, but you know what I mean. It's going to be a Trestivo. Can Hoof, launch himself up into the third and final part of qualifying, the part that really does matter, obviously, for the race and the one that everyone wants to get into. As you just see, Emilio's got a 5-place grid penalty. Is that glitch? Has he been a spoon? Let's just double check here. Has Emilio been a spoon? No, he hasn't. Alright, I think that might be a lobby restart. I'm gonna have a look. I'll keep an eye out. It could be a lobby restart, as it could be, yeah, a glitch. But Hoof now through 14 we go. What can he do? Up to the line. It's Hoof. Pushing. Only 11 fastest. Hoof could be out of qualifying here today, ladies and gentlemen. But that's one big sigh of relief so far for the man in P10. It is cheeky. And could we see a shock elimination for the Pippo? He's not pushing. He isn't pushing. He's got to save the battery now. As I think I'm looking through. Chicky's the only one on a lap right now. The Red Bull needs this lap. The Red Bull, obviously his teammate's already up in third. He is already improving though by 2/10 of a second here. And Chicky needs to get through. Otherwise the Red Bull team boss, he's not going to be happy, is he? Seeing the best, probably the best car on the grid. One of the best cars of all time in performance. Going out here in the final, in Q2. Then again, Checo did it a load, so don't worry. But Chicky, oh, he is improving by enough. He is very much on the limit here. 5/10 already. However, that only puts him 8th. What? That is... You can tell this grid is close. Jesus. Chicky, but what can he do? Where can he slot that Red Bull up to the line? And over to teammates in third. He only goes 8th. So Chicky could be in danger of elimination. Who's just about gets over the line? He could go again. If he wants, obviously. So we're going to have to check on board with him. Now it's Aston Martin. Emilike, can he get that Aston Martin through? Knocked Chicky even further down. Emilike to the line. It's 7th fastest. Next comes Ron Kincton to the line. He's in danger. He's only 10th. Now, it's the return of Football Nitro. The Williams, they've already lost one car in Q2. Are they going to lose both of them? Football Nitro to the line. The Williams, only 11th fastest. Football Nitro is out of qualifying. Next up is Luca. And Luca, Bahas, his teammates already through. He is out of qualifying. And Pippo was already invalidated. So Amber Bale could knock Ron Kincton out. I think Cheeky could be safe unless Hoof is on a lap. Ivo goes up to 6th fastest. Amber Bale to the line. The Alfa Romeo Sauber to the line. Only 11th fastest. Ron Kincton breathes a huge sigh of relief. He is through into the next part of qualifying along with Cheeky, along with Emily K. But it's Amber Bale. It's Football Nitro. It is Hoof. It is Luca. It is Pippo out of qualifying here today, ladies and gentlemen, in Zandvoort, and it is still incredibly close, to be fair. For realistic cars, there's 2 seconds between them. A lot more close in real life. But obviously we've told you who is in, who is out, ladies and gentlemen, as we are now going to go over towards the beautiful top 10 shootout here today. But obviously, as a quick reminder, Renz, Dan, Davidenko, Marley Renus, Ivo Goodman, Emily K. Cheeky, and Ron Kincton all through. Amber Bale, Football Nitro, Hoof, Luca, and Pippo all out. Stay with us. We will be going to the third part qualifying very shortly. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third and final part of qualifying number 7. Stays beaming over us here today as the top 10 here in our qualifying session are looking to challenge for that elusive pole position here at Zandvoort. Obviously a track not known for its overtaking as much. Well, this year it is, as apparently it was 186. That's a lot of overtakes, thinking about it. Who knows? But it's going to be Mercedes out versus it's going to be Mr. Marley. It's it'll be interesting to see what he can do, as he is the lead car here today. As we go through the banking, the Mercedes, the W14 looking strong so far. As I'm basically leaking my camera settings for each car here. That's mint. Is the Ferrari going to go okay, never mind, we're going with the Ferrari, which is Mr. Dan as your lead car today, ladies and gentlemen. Watch it go to Renus now. But the Ferrari lettering all to the sky now as the DRS is wide open. As I think he might have forgot where to brake, like a spoon. But spoon or not, he's going to be getting that Scarlet Ferrari as our first run here in the final part of qualifying. As we go through the banking on his own lap here, and it's going to be first time for Dan, as we go on into Tarzan, and again Berg-gear, the elusive gear for the Scuderia. We've already seen it, Ferrari top the first 2 sessions here in qualifying. Through turn 2 we go, and again really quick at the moment here, and he is aggressive as we are pushed through into turn 6 now, and then the long right-hander 6th gear. As he revs out that Ferrari engine, the Scarlet Ferrari screaming for mercy. They just cannot handle Dan. It's an incredible driving style at this current stage. As we go through 10 now, and again hugs it beautifully through that corner, Tarzan-esque, as still pushing the RS now wide open as we go through 11 into 12 now, and it's very easy to mess up there, but Dan holds his nerve, holds his steel, and he is going through into the banking through 13 now. Onto the banking we go. And it's going to be sideways for the Ferrari. What's it going to be? To the line. And it's going to be an 8.7. As now Renz tops the timing charts. He goes for the top. Renus, only 3rd fastest. What's it going to be for Marley? The Mercedes, he's pushing. And he only goes up to 4th fastest. Now it's Ivo who's on an outlap. Ivo ruined my flow. As Davidenko will be next to cross the line. He's going through turn 10 now. And he's one of the only ones I've seen actually hit that apex in a very long... Oh, he's not pushing. Damn it! Push. As I think... It's Emily K going out. Ivo. Let's ride on board with Ivo. Yeah, let's ride on board with Ivo. Ivo is pushing that Haas right to the bitter end here. I think Goodman's. Is he ahead? Yeah, no, he's not. Ivo though, via Haas. As Davidenko, 5th fastest, not a representative lap time. We know he can go a lot faster than that. As that's about what they were doing on Inters. But Ivo pushing quite hard here. But he's got... Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He's got traffic, ladies and gentlemen, of Renus. And I think that's the Mercedes as well, of Marley. They need to get out of the way. Ivo, up to the line, half. 5th fastest for him. Now it's Chicky to the line, 6th fastest for the Red Bull. The Red Bull's not really looking all too good as Ron King connects. Goes 7th fastest. Oh my god. Did he just... Oh my gosh. was pushing Zimbabwe, it was Spoon. Emilike, he's on a lap. Oh, he is on a lap. Yeah. Unless, is anyone else pushing? No. We're going to ride a ball with Emilike. Why not? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he is pushing that Aston Martin quite hard at the moment here. His teammate's already up in 7th for 10.3. But I don't, we should see that time definitely go a lot lower. As Emilike purple in that first sector, whether it's is representative or not, we do not know just yet, ladies and gentlemen, here today. As now Emilike going through 9 here, and he hugs the apex, beautifully done, and once more through into 10 now, and the camera work not doing us any favours here late today here in Zambo. Emilike pushing the letterbox now wide open as we go as it's 48.6 at the moment there for Emilike. It's quite strong at the moment. However, we have seen a lot of people go a lot faster. The Aston Martin not looking very strong here. Not looking very comfortable indeed at this current stage. 6 minutes to go here as Emilike rounds off his final lap here. Up to the line. Emilike up to the line. Goes 7th fastest. Goes ahead of his teammate. Seemingly a bit in no man's land there. As I think Goodman's, he's next across the line. He's coming through the banking. And yeah, 6/10 faster currently than Emilike. Up to the line, goes full fastest, qualifies his teammates so far here in Q3, and he is purple in that final sector. As I think Dan's going to be next to start a lap, so we'll drive on board with the Scarlet Ferrari, running that beautiful Monza livery, representative of their 2023 Le Mans hypercar victory in the World Endurance Championship. Obviously Ferrari winning it for the first time in God knows how long, and they didn't actually run a strategy that week, so that's a lovely jubbly for the Scuderia. As I'm very surprised Renus has dragged that tractor up to 3rd fastest so far. Then again, I think the cars have got a bit more representative of actual pace, but as yeah, you can clearly see the Red Bull's just, it's all Max, it's all Troy. As well, Troy is absolutely dominating in a tractor. Well done to him. So Dan is going to go and get into that final sector here. He is improving as he's purple in that middle sector. However, he's not improving enough to take provisional pole off his teammate at the moment here. Dan pushing. As I wonder if we are going to get some wet running or dry running in the race. But Dan, he gets on the grass, but just for Scuderia up to the line, stays 2nd fastest. Next to is Marley, up to the line with the W14, goes 4th fastest. Yes. And it's the 4th man to break into that 108 barrier. Renus, though, can we just respect that? But Renus has done a great job there, so. As yeah, there will be a restart after qualifying. Yeah, but everyone now is going to be, as Renz is the first one out. Sorry, I just had something just pop up. As yeah, Renz will be the first one out on our lap right now. Going through 11 now. It's going to be interesting to see what the Scuderia Ferrari can do. Obviously, already on provisional pole at this current stage, looking to extend his lead and secure that elusive pole position here in Zandvoort. But he's got a little bit of traffic on his way, but it's going to be Renz, the first man to start the final part of qualifying here as he's pushing up to the line and starts as the clock now pushes down, as everyone is going to be out for laps in a few minutes, as people are now going, the last few, the Haas and Marley are both going out. But the man ahead of him is currently Renz, as still pushing through here. He needs this pole position to basically for obviously the best line, the best grip. But he is going fast enough here. It's 800% of an improvement, and he looks to try and extend that gap. He's already getting worried of Dan currently pushing really hard through to close that gap already. But Renz up through 10 we go, and he's on the curb. He's on the curb, ladies and gentlemen. And the Ferraris, they're not trying to help each other here. It's the Mercedes of Goodman's now. For Pete's sake, people are burning fuel. Use spoons. Is Chicky on a lap? Chicky is on a lap. Is Davidenko on a lap? Yes, he is. Davidenko is on a lap, ladies and gentlemen, here. And he is improving by 1.6 seconds already. However, he's not purple in that first sector. Whether it's enough to carrot up to Renz here, as he seems to be about a 10th down at the current stage to that man on provisional pole at this current stage. But it's going to be Davidenko as he goes through 10 we go. And he is pushing. That car, the letterbox wide open, Oracle to the floor. It's a by-bit split. And he is improving by enough to go purple in that middle sector. But now the Red Bull, as we go through into 13 now, and into the banking here. He needs to find a multitude of time, but checker flag is out. Goodman stays 5th fastest. He's qualifying is over and done with for today. Davidenko to the line, goes 3rd fastest. Where can his teammate Chicky go? He stays 8th. That's a man for the Red Bull. And now Reedus to the line. He's into the pit lane. He's not improving by enough. And now the Aston Martins. It's the Aston Martins. Emily K to the line, stays 9th fastest. Next up will be Ron Kingan, as we just seen. I think that's the Haas. Ivo has gone to Narnia. He's gone to the Shadow Realm. Ron Kingan stays 10th fastest. I think Renz might be safe. Down to the line. He doesn't improve. Now it's Marley's turn. Marley is the only man who can dislodge the Ferrari from pole position. Marley to the line. Stays 5th fastest. Ivo went to Narnia. Don't forget that. Renz, no matter what happens now, he is the man on pole position. It is a Scuderia front row lockout. It is 1-2 for the men from Maranello. Davidenko in 3rd. Renus, a superb qualifying for the McLaren team, in 4th. And it is Renz. He will line up on pole, ahead of his teammate in 2nd. The gaps just tiny in the top 3. Dan in 2nd, Davidenko in 3rd, Renus in 4th, Marley in 5th, Goodmans in 6th, Ivo in 7th, Chicky in 8th, Emily K in 9th, and Ron Kingan in 10th. And that is qualifying over and done with. We will be with you just for the race in a few minutes' time. And the sun is beaming down here on the grid. Welcome to the Sunday here in Zandvoort for JSI. I am your host, Luke, again. Oh, I'm trying there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the, as we will have a lobby restart, it looks like, as well, so we will be able to get underway very, very shortly, as yeah, we will be having a lobby restart. Due to Emily K's grid penalty, well, wrongful grid penalty. So give me time to look through X. I wonder. So I'm bloody waiting for Cause, do you know what? Should we build a car, ladies and gentlemen? I know that's very unprofessional. Well, you know what? We'll look at my beauty of a car. As we just wait for the invite to get back into the new lobby, I'm just going to keep an eye out. Here. Should I buy a car? What's this? I haven't actually played this game like out and out, so fun. I like. Cool. I bought a Ferrari live on stream. Slade. So I'm just waiting for the notification for the race start. I'm just waiting for some. Let's swear down this. Yeah, wait, ho. Have they forgotten about me is the question. It'd be interesting to know if they have. So I go in my garage. Lovely jubbly. Lovely. The fact we are doing F1 live while waiting for a bloody race size, it's very fun, ladies and gentlemen. I will not lie whatsoever. Just So I'm still waiting for the invite. So lovely. There we go. Finally. And we are back! Yay! Woohoo! You'd love to see it. Do you know what? To be honest with you, I should be racing in it, like. So, like, you know, should we just sneak in the back of the grid? As they did see me in the avatar ring. Oh, lovely. That would be very funny if I did some comments in the point of view of a driver, but I'm not very good these days. I tend to do a lot more rallying instead of Formula racing, but we are going to have a fully dry race, the sun beaming down here in Zandvoort. I'm going to get a tan, so goodbye. I'm going to get a tan. But enough about that, we're not going to get a tan today, we can't afford to. Say, we're gonna. Well, also because I live in bloody England, so that's great. I am now drenched in strawberry water. Mint. So yeah, the grid is just being loaded up here. Cool. But we will be going underway very, very shortly. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm still waiting for the bloody transfer news. If you don't know, it's transfer deadline day today, ladies and gentlemen, and we made one transfer and it was a fucking load. As we are going to get underway here, ladies and gentlemen. As we saw in the background there. But we should be able to get underway very, very shortly. As everyone's just loading in, obviously everyone has a load of fresh tyres. Oh, hello, we are here. And you know what I miss about the last game? So we had a load of engineers, like the pit crews, all T-posing. And are we missing teams or something? Yeah, AlphaTauri haven't turned up. Classic. Just as normal in real life, they don't turn up. But don't you forget the state that we are in, ladies and gentlemen, I think. In the championship. Yeah, don't forget, standings! Here, quickly. Your championship standings as they stand. Troy Morgan. Oh, wait, it's over. I've just realised, because Morgan's not here, it's over. Troy is your world champion. Because there's no Morgan Gatsby. Literally, the only way for this championship to continue is for Ivo to win from 7th on the group, but we have to drive in the Haas. We are in the mud, we are in the mud. But your tyre strategy is only the men in 4th, 5th and 6th. It's the McLaren and the Mercedes taking a gamble to go onto the whitewood. Harder compound tyre to start this race. Everyone choosing the yellow wool medium compound tyre in the, for every other car. So it's going to be interesting to see can Malay, Goodman and Renus will be able to hold on here and fight those medium compound tyres. Everyone, especially Ivo, Chicky, Enrique, and everyone basically behind them, needs to get past these three as soon as possible. Davidenko, Dan and Renth just need to run away. Bye-bye. But Renth will be now leading us off here. Here today, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Ferrari can do. From pole position, obviously Ferrari front row lockout, so don't expect any heroics from Dan into turn 1 unless he has to. By the mist from the Spanish maestro, Davidenko in behind. The smooth Spaniard in third there. We've got many a Flying Dutchmans, we have one smooth Spaniard. But I think everyone here is Dutch apart from David. That is possibly really lonely for David. Jeez. So, as Pippa going at his normal pace here, this is, I think. Too cool to advertise over rounds. No one disqualified from this start, but we are going to get underway very shortly. The minute Pippo takes his grid slot, we will be going for this race here. But we have got a horrible camera angle here. As it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in front of the drivers. And we are underway here. This is a horrible camera angle. Gee, as Reds gets a great start. But here comes Davidenko. Already trying around the outside. Brugo's Reedus already. Trying to launch it down the inside. Marley. Ivo was already past Goodmans as well. It's a safe place there. But that's already challenging the Mercedes. That's further back Chicky as well. He's already onto the gravel there. And nearly making contact with the Aston Martin. It's the Aston Martin now. I think that was Emilike going off at the bank and trying to challenge Chicky again for 8th place here. The Red Bull trying to make move as soon as possible here. But Emilike is getting hounded all over the map by Ron Kinkun. It's 10th for the moment. Aston Martin needs to make their moves quick. Otherwise, it's just going to be a dead waste for them. As they've got the Alfa Sauber in behind it. As further back, Chicky is already getting overtaken here by Emilike here by both Aston Martins. It's 2 positions lost. The Aston Martins both gain here in this race as we go through the second straight for the first time here in this race. 36 laps ahead of us here for this Grand Prix. It's still Renz out on top. David in second. Davidenko in third. Luca has gone for a trip into the gravel there down at turn 11. And I think that's a lock-up there for the Horseman. And yeah, it's going to be Renz now out on top. It's going to be Dan in second. It's going to be David in third. The 2 Dans here pushing quite hard as Renos is all over the back as well of these guys as well. And the McLaren looking really racy at this current stage in the race. Especially for being on the hardest compounder turn. Oh. As yeah, it's going to be interesting to see can Luca make his way back into this race. And hopefully he doesn't give up. Please don't give up. Never give up. Never back down. Never give up. The sun though. It's David though. He's 100 all over that of the Ferraris. If anyone's going to challenge these Ferraris today, it is the man in that RB19 at the back of the wheel of the team from the Milton Keynes factory. But he's got that McLaren all over behind him. The Haas looking really strong at the current stage. As further back, Hoofer's going to overtake him by Pippo. But still, Renz out on top. It's Dan in second, Davidenko in third. And yeah, Dan really struggling to stick with his teammate here at this current stage. So Ferrari's looking quite strong. The DRS now labelled. So we're going to see that level box open here for everybody involved in this race. Lap 3 of 36 to go. But it's going to be interesting to see, can these guys... Ooh. Sorry, I thought that was a transfer. I think that's Goodmans. Goodmans has gone for a spin. Ron Kinkun has gone for a spin too. It's 2 at the same corner on the exit of 10, already going for spins. And this track is really catching everyone out today. It's Chicky and Emilike are wheel to wheel down into 11. There's contact there. Emilike just about getting ahead there as there's made a contact between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. But now it's Renz still out on top. It is his teammate Dan in second. It's still Ferrari front row at the moment, front top 2 at this current stage. Here today, and it's still wheel to wheel between Emilike and Chicky. Oh, Chicky's onto the gravel there, and now it opens the door for Goodmans. Goodmans, can he get past the Red Bull now? On that harder compounder tyre, it's the Mercedes here. I'm looking to try and make this move. He doesn't make it in the end, but he's now got Amberbell all for company here today. As still seeing Amberbell trying to get past the Mercedes here, the W14. Oh my word, I need a snap. So look at all over the back of Hoof at the moment. Hoof really struggling in that Williams car at this current stage in the Grand Prix. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see as Ren's now being hounded all over by his teammate here. The teammate playing team orders, however, playing for the team here, trying to score this 1-2 for the Scuderia. As Cheeky again, it's all over the back pass. Oh, it's contact! And Cheeky loses the rear end there. In Tarzan, I think that might have been contact there with Emily K. We just do not know. As sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my brain's shut off for the day already. As oh, my battery is low on this controller. Lovely job, play. As yeah, it's oh, did Ren? Oh wait, Dan made the move. I am absolutely slow today. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. As Emily K has got past Ivo as well. It's interesting to see the dynamic between the Ferraris. Are they just DRS carrying each other at this stage in the race? And they try and pull away, especially from Renus on that harder compounder tyres. The more they fight, the more they're just gonna back themselves up. As oh no, that's Ron Kinkin! Ron Kinkin's out of the banking! It is the full safety car! I don't go for a piss. Shall I do it when they line up? Yeah, the safety car out! Here today, and it is now Dan out on top for engine seconds, having go in third, so we are going to have 2 laps. And the safety car will go underway here on lap 9 of the race. It looks like, so we're going to wait for everyone to queue up, just see if anyone comes into the pit lane, and then I'm just quickly going to dip, so I'm going to do something. This is good for the medium runners, they can save some tyres. Especially to challenge those harder rubber runners. It'll be interesting to see as Rui doesn't come into the pit. I don't expect anyone to come into the pit lane, to be honest with you. Swifters, nope. Okay, so we're gonna queue up here, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
5-year period between 1963 to 1967 took no less than 4 victories. Jack Brown went up his winning streak in 1983. Historically, McLaren has also had several successful races. The fourth circuit first opened in 1968, held its first official round.
The hell? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, mate. I need to buy myself a new headset at some point. This thing is fucking dodgy. Ay, ay, ay. Can you hear me now? Is the audio good? There's contact! Is the audio good now, or Red Bull double stack, Ferrari are double stacking, so Dan's missed out massively there. David jumps Dan, but Dan only loses position to the Red Bull. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I genuinely can't go and check the audio right now. One man who's not going to be happy in this sort of situation is Goodman's, obviously pitting under the first safety car. And now back onto the hard, so he's lost out quite a lot there. So he could have gained massively on the medium compound tire, but the safety car will be in at the end of the next lap as people are under AI. As I'm now going to have to check, is the audio working? Slay. Is the audio working? Yeah! The audio is working. But it's going to be interesting to see as the revelations of that 5-second time penalty for Venus is coming to play there, as he apparently a brake check or something, who knows. But Marley, the only man not to box under that safety car, is in a bit of trouble. Here, the Hearts are going to be dead at this current stage. He needs to run at this current stage. So all he can do really is run away. As wow, that's mean. Someone just said Leo. Nobody cares. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in the rest of this race. As the safety car in at the end of this lap. It's Marley, the man who is your virtual Burt Mylander for this second restart. And obviously he needs to get the tyre temps in. Lap 13 will be underway. Lap 15 the DRS will be wide open for those within 1 second of the car in front. The safety car, however, does not count. And only at your DRS detection points, which, if you do not know, are on. It's in fact in the middle of turn 10, and in fact this line here, which actually in time trial opens the DRS, so that's very interesting indeed. To see, a bit broken. But Marley, what can you do? When's he gonna go? We saw Dan go about his point here, and now he's starting to rev off even more. So he goes, he's caught! The car's behind napping. Marley's been caught napping, caught Renz napping slightly, and further back of it, that's Renus already making a move on Goodman's as well. Cheeky getting passed by Ivo and Hoof as well. Renus now man on a mission in this current stage of race. Down the inside of the banking. What a move from Renus. That is bold, that is brave, and that is an incredible overtake there so far on this safety car restart here. But Renz is hounding all over the back of Marley, but he needs to make this move quickly. Davidenko, he is sniffing his chance of victory here. The Ferraris might throw it away. The Mercedes and the Ferrari are wheel to wheel down into turn 10. They're still wheel to wheel. Renz trying to get on the outside. Marley cannot defend it, and Davidenko is out through. It's now Renz, your race leader so far, and here comes Dan down the inside. Marley holds it off through 11. There's contact. Dan has gone for a spin, and I mean that's contact with Emelike, the man in fourth there, and further back Ivo and Cheeky still fighting it out. Renus, is he gonna make this 3 wide as we go out the bank in it? Renus already up to 7th, and then 3 wide, and again 3 wide. Cheeky already up to 4th, but trying to challenge Emelike now. Exit Tarzan we go, and it has to hold on here. Renus still all over the back of this current stage in this race of Cheeky as well. And he might be laughing in his cockpit, hearing Dan going for a spin after a contact and the drama and the controversy. But speaking of which, further ahead, Davidenko, Renz, they're still fighting this out. It's Ferrari, it's Red Bull. And this is incredible so far. And this is a great restart here on lap, as we're on lap 14 here. The hard out starting to come into play as that's yellow flags, but that's Pippo going for a spin out of 10. And now Renz, he is improving on that fastest lap here. He's not going to get the Grand Chelem, but he can still take victory. He can still take the hat trick. here today, but Davidenko is going to be determined to run that. Further back, Emelike, he's going to get past already. He's already passed Marley before we even get past the straight into Tarzan. The DRS now is enabled, so the DRS can be activated. Goodsman's as well, fighting the Williams here. Hoof on that Redwood soft compounder tyre here today, ladies and gentlemen, and it is incredible racing so far here, and still Emelike now, it's going to be the man chasing this Aston Martin in third. Renus now up into fourth with that 5-second time penalty for a severe collision. Whether that gets removed or not is another question, despite that he will probably have to suffer in the next pit stop phase. But it is Renz on top. It is Davidenko in second. And speaking of which, I mean, there's more moves. Ivo is going round the inside. And now for the Mercedes are going to make way here. And no, Marley is really helping his teammate. As Finas Luca going. No, Cheeky has gone for us in the Red Bull. Down now in 12 here. And it is contrasting emotions down for the team from Milton Keynes. The man, the catalyst of this race, Marley, is holding everybody up at this stage, and he isn't giving up on this race, and he knows good points are available. The only issue is he has to stop. But here comes Ivo. Marley holds it to the inside of Tarzan. Ivo needs to get past, otherwise any chance of a podium is going to be dashed here for the Haas. So far in this race, Marley doing a superb job, but now it's going to be down to the track, battle of traction out of the banking. Dan already making his way up now into 9th place. That's 2 World Championship points here in JSI for the Ferrari, and now Ivo still hounding all over the back of the Mercedes here, and Marley doing an incredible job so far here in this race to hold on for that P5 at the moment. Further forward, Renus all over the back of Emelike. I think that's contact. Yeah, but Dan's gone for a spin. Amber Bale's gone no, Amber Bale hasn't. I think that's the Haas, that's Luca, and as well Cheeky has gone into the pit lane, and it's gone bad to us for one Ferrari, bad to us for one Red Bull, but still further back. P5 is still being hotly contested. Emelike is really struggling, however, and now Renus, he smells his opportunity to take third. He has the penalty. Further ahead, Davidenko, he goes for the move. He can't pull it off yet. In Tarzan, and Red sets to fight another day here in Zambo. Now 17:36 commences. And still, this is an incredible battle, and a brawling battle for the lead of this Grand Prix. I need a drink. As Luca speeds into the pit lane, that is not a numpty thing to do, you spoon. What? Oh, that's him for damage. And still, Renz fighting this out as we go through turn 10. And now the DRS for Davidenko is going to be all so important here. He needs to close that gap as we go into 13, into 14 as well. But Renus is now catching these guys at this current stage of the Grand Prix. And Emelike currently just needs to stick with the McLaren driver at this as well to get onto that coveted podium here. But Davidenko now, 4 tenths is the gap. He is pushing, no one's using their battery. It's all down to ERS. Davidenko down the inside of Tarzan again. Can Renz hold on? Yes, he does. Renz, this is incredible defense so far. David uses his experienced head, and he's going to back out that move. Renz again, but you sense it's a matter of what if, of when, not if, for this race-winning move for Davidenko. Davidenko, he just looks unstoppable here in Zandvoort right now. And this is some incredible racing between the Scarlet Ferrari, between the Red Bull. And it is some great racing, but the more they fight, the more they're just backing themselves up into Renus here, who's broken the DRS to Emelike. And Amber Bale, oh, Hoof's gone to Nadia. But this is a big chance. As looking further forward, Oh no. Emily K missed DRS by a tenth of a second. Well, by a millisecond, sorry. As Davidenko is his third time lucky for the Red Bull. It is third time lucky. He finally makes the move before Tarzan and makes it stick. Further back, Ivo making the move past Marley. Marley dropping faster than a rock in an ocean. As Dan makes his way back up into ninth. And still, Ren's still all over the back of Davidenko out of this current stage. The Red Bull trying to hold on, but the Ferrari just looks unstoppable right now. And it is the sense of Bisu battling right to the bitter end here. Whoever wins this will be the rightful winner, however. And hopefully so, but... as Ren's is playing tactical here. Did she check something quickly? Notice that? That is interesting. But Renz, it's going to be another move for the lead of the race. This time it's CPI Renz, the Scuderia. It's back up into the lead of the Grand Prix, and Neo just carrying each other away from the man currently sat in third place, Mr. Enos. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really tired, to be honest with you. Yeah, fun. But Ren's still getting hounded out by that but yeah, still Ren's pulling out a gap here, and I don't think Davidenko will be able to make a move at the moment. It's the only reason we're here, but as David, oh my word, it just proves how powerful DRS is. Ren, so he gets a little bit desperate there to hold on to the lead of the race here, lap 21 to 36 here, and that is interesting to see as yeah, I'm watching this, guys. Slay. As David's still hounding all over Racker Renz, he's not giving up on this win. Genuinely speaking, these are the only two guys within anything of each other. Marley is the only other guy, but he is really struggling on that Warner harder compounder tyre. Let's just quickly look at the tyres, in fact. Here, it's everyone, yep, has confirmation here. 20 laps on the hards for Marley, 10 on the softs for Hoof. Everyone else doing 10 laps on either the hard or, in Reedus' case, the mediums. Apart from Chicky on 5-lap-old mediums, Luca on 4-lap-old mediums there at the back of the grid. But the battle for the front is just not over, and this is genuinely the only battle we have right now. Here today. As yeah, Davidenko still all over the back of Renz, and he might play this tactically now, just to save battery, let Renz push. Here. As yeah, David Silver DRS. It just proves how powerful DRS is here in Zambor. As I think there's a move further back. Dan has made a move past Amber Bale for for a position there as David now tries again around the outside of Tarzan. Renz just defends it to the inside there. These two, I'm just noticing something. Renus has pushed that car quite hard there. Emily K is struggling. Don't get Renus does have to stop. Get Marley now into the pit lane. This is for the medium compounder tyres. Yeah, don't forget Renus will have to make another pit stop in this race. He physically can. Can he make? Wait. Can he make it?
The orange, some say that legendary mechanic Sterling Wainwright. Legend has it that the first quarter is named after him.
And still Renz is still struggling here to break the DRS to David. But David, this is a testament to how good these two have been so far in this race. But still, Davydenko, look at as further back, I think Hoof has made the made his way into bits of soft compound tyres for Hoof. So that'll be interesting to see. But it's really about, is Renus going to come in? So don't forget, he has got that 5-second penalty to serve. So is he going to push it? Push the hards. The medium, sorry. To the end here. Guzman's, by the way, is past Emenike. Into 4th place now, and is the man chasing down Renus. And it's going to be interesting to see, genuinely speaking, by the way, it's going to be interesting, can Renus to make it to the end on that medium? Or is he just going to lose too much time? But he is gaining all the time here on the two in front, who are really costing each other a little bit of time here. And this is really close. Oh my word. Malay, by the way, getting the fastest lap of the race. Man, now in 10th. It's going to be interesting to see between these two. Is Davydenko now going to make the move? As he is really closing in on Renz at the current stage. As now Davydenko down the inside. Oh, Renz, and that is for the race lead. But the more these two race, the more these two are costing position here. But David still, this is some great racing between the between the Ferrari here as well. But as David still, now is the man pushing to try and break the DRS. And genuinely speaking, Zandvoort, as sorry, my ball was. Sorry, that was very unprofessional of me. But something that is very professional is Renz's overtake on Davydenko into Tarzan. These two are the only guys close to each other at the current stage. The only thing I'm thinking of, by the way, is Renus is making his trying to stay out on that medium command tire. That way, he can try and remove the 5 second and get onto the podium. Um, but still, looking here, this is some great racing between these two. Is Davidenko going to make the move again? They're not really helping each other. It's a race at the moment. David stays back here. Marley, by the way, making the move on Amberbell into turn 11 there. The Mercedes looking quite racy at this current stage in the race. I will check back with these two later. There's your gaps. Currently in this race, Venus has got a 5 second time penalty, so does Luca. But for completely different Renus is for a severe collision with Dan. Whether that was a brake check or not is another question. Who knows? As that probably will be reported. Same for Luca. But looking through again, these two just so close, and it's the only real battle, unfortunately, we have in this race. So everyone is outside the DRS of everyone else. As now Davidenko, is he going to go for it down the inside of Tarzan? Yes, he is! Davidenko, but will Renz have the traction? Who will have the traction? It's going to be Renz. My apologies, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm genuinely napping. But this is still great, but I'll give some more people some camera time, however. As Luca is being lapped by his teammate. There's Davidenko. Is he going to go again into Tarzan? Yes, he is. Lap 30 and 36 now. These two. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this race. As I think we're going to have a run to the... Oh my god, I keep throwing my phone. As, yeah, still, these two, so close. You can't even put a pencil in between them, because I run them over, but you know what I mean. Ivo, by the way, is close to back of Dan. Nihas looking to try and make his way into the top 6 in this race, scoring 8 points in comparison to the 6 he will be scoring right now. Let's have a look at the constructors' standings, ladies and gentlemen. In this race, your constructor standings, we forgot to go over them, by the way. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Red Bull out on top, 281 points. Ferrari in second on 238. Then it's Mercedes in third. Aston Martin fourth. Alpine in fifth. Haas sixth. AlphaTauri seventh. Williams eighth. McLaren ninth. Alfa Romeo in 10th. This will be, oh my god, this will be Alfa Romeo Sauber's first points. Alfa Romeo have not scored a point yet. Amber Bale is in P9. Amber Bale, finish this race in P9! Please. Thank you. That way Alfa Romeo Sauber can have some points. Yay! but we are about to enter the section of the race where we have 5 laps to go. And Davydenko looking all over the back so far of Renz. As still for the DRS. It just proves how powerful it is on this game. David, oh, he tried down the inside. He has a bit of contact now on his wheel. I swear I saw something green. Not, and that wasn't grass. On Renz is a wheel. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. As Davydenko into Tarzan now, 4 laps to go. As he's going to have to make this move stick eventually. He's going to have to do it before the end of Hunter's start of 36. But Ren's still all over the back. Sorry, my head's not there today. Could be a sec. As Ren's, yeah, all over the back, all over the this race front at the moment here. It's further back, Chicky and Pippo fighting for the final points playing position. Chicky already ahead though into the breaker zone of Tarzan. But yeah, Ren's still being hounded by the Red Bull. The Red Bull trying to make this move as soon as possible. We're going to have 3 laps to go here. 3 more attempts for Davydenko to make the move into Tarzan. Whether he tries it to turn 11 or something. And it is an issue with Zandvoort. Their overtaking is not very, very plausible at many points in the track. But Davydenko closes. And he's not going to make the move. Marley past Ivo, by the way, for P7. Marley making a pretty decent recovery against the man currently in 6th place, and that is Dan, as Goodmans looks to be the man who's going to get onto the podium here instead of Renus. Renus' 5-second time penalty not being ideal here for the McLaren driver. But still, this is still great. These two have a bit of class of the field all day. But still, Davydenko trying all over the back of the currently of Ren's here today. And he's going to have 2 more attempts now. Penultimate lap of the race, 35 and 36 to go. And no, Renz holds on for one more time. He just needs to do it once more and hold on against the Red Bull. The Red Bull really now getting frustrated here. This is some superb defence from Renz here today. And there's not really been much strategy. It's all just been pure racing. But still, penultimate lap of the race. Renz out on top. It's Davydenko in second. It's Renus in third. But now Guzman's has actually caught Renus here. And it's Guzman's going to make the move on track here. Renus' mediums are dead. Dead meat. And we're going to get the Ferrari. We're going to get Red Bull. And we're going to get a McLaren, a Mercedes on the podium as Renus here. Has done well. But unfortunately, that 5 second starting penalty is going to come in costly. So to Ardo's mediums. But this is the final chance to lose now for Davydenko. He has to make the move now. But Renz all the way to the inside. Damage to the inside. Is this going to be for the win? And now Blue Tarzan, who's going to be out on top? I don't know! Renz! Damn it, no! It's Renz! Renz! Renz leads! Renus Goodmans! Goodmans is forced off slightly by the McLaren. Damn it, though! Can he make the move? Not into Tarzan, but anywhere else! And he will get some help in the DRS on the final straight! From exit 13, Davydenko still hounded all over the back of Renton. This is some really close races and proving to be such a nullifier for these cars. But I think the checkered flag is gonna come in the nick of time, as I think Emelike or Luca have made a mistake, but it looks to be Emelike, I think. But this man, the CPI Renz, the checkered flag, is it going to come in the nick of time? Is Davydenko going to steal it? The DRS is wide open to the line. It's going to be Renz to take victory at Zandvoort. And it is the Scarlet Ferrari back on top. It's Davydenko. Commiserations in second. Keep it going for Goodmans in third, and more commiserations for the man who finishes fourth for McLaren. And it is Malley in fifth, Dan in sixth, I'm Emelike in seventh, Ivo in eighth, Amber Bale for the first time, Alfa Romeo bullets to the line, Chicky steals it! By 24 milliseconds, but Amber Bale takes Alfa Romeo Sauber's first point in JSI Season 8. Who I think Hoof in 11th, I believe. No, it's Pippo in 11th, it's Hoof in 12th, it's Luca in 13th. But the man on top, it is CPI Renz. The Scarlet Ferrari you're driving today, rewarded by the in-game fans. It's Goodmans, the Mercedes, making a great recovery, to be fair to him. But it is another, well, technically another Flying Dutchman. Out on top as the champagne sprays, the beautiful overalls there, to be fair. But we're going to try and get these three in for interviews. Indeed. But yep, it is Renz out on top, Davydenko in second, Guzman's in third, Renus in fourth, Male in fifth, Dan in sixth, Emelike seventh, Ivo eighth, Chicky ninth, Amber Bale 10th, Pippo, Hoof, Luca all finishing, Nitro and Rokinken not finishing in this race. We're going to try and get your top three in though. And this also means Troy is your world champion. So yeah, can I get thankfully all three in? So we'll just give him a few minutes to get in once I invite him in. There's one, there's two. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There he is, I'm blind. But we're going to wait for the three to join us now. Hopefully they all join straight away, and I'm guaranteeing two of them will be incredibly sweaty after that race. Um, who knows? But we'll just quickly wait and rude from the guy outside on my road. But we're gonna start the man who in the Scuderia, man who dominated this weekend. Or so it seemed. It might seem from the stats, but it doesn't. But it's the man who's won. Well,
It's really hard for you right now, isn't it?
this is like the hardest part for me. I hate talking loads.
It's the hardest I've seen you struggle in a long time, man.
Cool. Right, rewind. It's the man
Rewind.
who took
We'll do it
victory here in Zambor. It is Ranza, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So let's start with qualifying, and obviously we saw you take pole by not the most comfortable amount. Obviously Zambor being such a small track, but just talk us through your qualifying.
Well, Q1, yeah, it was just on the inters, and then I just to be sure, I set a lap on the mediums. Then Q2, nothing really special, just doing my soft lap and then retiring. And then Q3, I did a soft run, but I already knew we were gonna do a restart because of the glitch with the qualifying with the 5 places. So me and my teammate, we tried to do like 3 runs in Q3, but I didn't think I would make it, so I only did 2, and then my first run was pretty good. It was a 1:84, and then my second run I wasn't really improving. I was only like 50 thousandths of a second up, so I broke it down. But I didn't realize I had like 30% of ERS left, so I didn't set a final run, which was very disappointing. And I thought someone would take it away, especially like David or Dan, because my personal best was like a 8.3, 8.2. So I thought someone was gonna come close to that, but I was lucky that they didn't take it because
Yeah, and obviously that pole definitely helped you off the start, and obviously to hold off the Red Bull basically the whole race, especially after the safety car. But just going through the race, obviously taking the win. But obviously we had that second safety car, and we saw everyone, apart from I think 1 or 2, go to that harder compounder tyre. Did you think it was more of a just defend for your life sort of deal after that safety car, or?
well, I knew that Mike was going to be in trouble because he had these old hearts and everyone behind him pitted.
Yeah.
So I knew that we could just pass him and then drive on. But because of some trouble at the back, also with my teammate, people spun out and there was a big gap forming. So me and David were on our own. And yeah, from there on, I was just like, okay, let's just push a bit. And then when I got around like 40%, I think around lap 23 to 24, I started dropping my pace because I realized my tires were gonna be a lot to manage, which I'm surprised they survived actually, because they were almost 80% at the end of the race. So yeah, big stint on the hards, and yeah, just defending against David with big GGs to him, because I had a really fun time battling him, really clean racing in my opinion.
Yeah, and it was an incredible battle to watch, because it was possibly the only battle we had for a very long while. But going on to next week, we head over to Texas for the Circuit of the Americas. Do you think this chance to make it back-to-back and close the gap even more to Red Bull and the Constructors?
Well, it depends on if Troy is there or not, and if David practices or not. And yeah, it's also not a really great track for Ferrari, as the tire wear is really high there, and the Ferrari has really bad tire management. So it's going to be hard, but I think it's not impossible. Maybe with some luck, some safety cars, strategy maybe, but hoping for a podium is all I can do.
Yeah, but obviously still taking victory today, and yeah, congratulations on it, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. You too, I think.
I don't know.
Alright, have a good day.
I'll confirm it later or something. Okay. And going on to that, who just narrowly misses out on that race win, and a man who a lot of people thought could challenge the Ferraris, and was pretty much the only one to challenge the Ferraris basically all race. It is the man who finished in P2. It's Mr. Davidenko. Are you there?
Oi.
Oi, indeed. So obviously qualifying third on the grid behind both Ferraris. Do you think there was any chance you could have broken onto that front row or taken pole?
For sure, there's a lot of time lost in
Yes.
that last lap because I invalidated because I wanted to do another run, and yeah, invalidated later my lap, and yeah, it was only one chance, and I full send it if I crash or not. And yeah, I lost a little bit in turn 1 and turn 3 in the banking corner, so maybe a tenth could be there or half a tenth and pole could be there, but yeah, it was a problem to start behind the Ferraris because both can work together, and I was alone at the start with Reynolds pushing behind, also because he was really quick with the hard. I didn't expect that, but until the safety car. So yeah, in qualifying for sure there's a lot of gap, and Paul was there.
Yeah, but still P3 in the end, and so it's not the most ideal, especially a track like Zandvoort where it's a little bit more difficult to overtake. But obviously we saw you making a load of moves into Tarzan a lot of the time with that DRS. But do you think there was any? Do you think it was a bit more of like one more lap and you could have got him, or would it be more just considering?
Sorry. Well,
Go on.
I think all the battle was strategical between Brent and me, because I was thinking about he was saving a lot of energy into the last laps, and yeah, was gonna try to send it in the lap 35, like he wasn't gonna expect that, but yeah, it was a little bit far. But yeah, it was really hard to overtake and to keep up because the DRS is too long, and if you are just close 5 tenths or something like that, you easily pass. So I hasn't got the pace to go off and making a gap to Rens. He was really quick today with the Ferrari, but yeah, also the Tiger was another fact to talk because yeah, I was running good in the last lap with the hard. I was feeling good. But there was everything to strat to where pass, which lap, and yeah, I decided to go to the last lap, and he has, I don't know how many energy he had there, so yeah, was a tough battle, really good one, I loved it. Unfortunately, we need to lose to later win, so yeah, congratulations to him, and yeah, P2, nothing more.
Yeah, but obviously going into Kota next week, obviously we've heard about the Ferrari tyre wear not going to be too advantageous for them this week. But you think you'll be able to possibly challenge Troy if he is back for that race win, or do you think you'll be more just trying to get back onto the podium?
With this car, it's 100% necessary to win. So, because it's the best one actually. So in Kota we should be there. I don't know if Troy can be able to run. So we need to expect the victory as always and focus to win the last 2 races and getting gold to our championship in constructors and drivers.
Yeah, obviously now the drivers is wrapped up, but obviously all focus now going towards the constructor standings, but still P2 in the end. Commiserations on how small the gap was for that race win, but hopefully we'll see you next week in Kota. Enjoy your evening.
Same. Thank you.
No worries at all, but finally, well last but definitely not least, this man who not many people would have given a bit of an outside, would put us a bit of an outside chance for a podium, but not many people would have indeed. It's the man who started P6, ended P3 after catching Renus after so long, and is the man in that W14. It is Goodmans, as I've been calling him. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Britishness is coming out there just saying good mans each time. So obviously we'll start off with qualifying. P6 in the end, unfortunately behind your teammate and Renus. But just talk to us about your qualifying, really.
Well, Q1, Q2, nothing special really. Just normal bankers. And Q3 I wanted to the last run I wanted to do 2 push laps, so I had less fuel, but I misjudged my timing, so it was already too late, and then I forgot to turn my overtake button or my hard lap button on, so that was horrible, and then I couldn't just set another time, and then P6 it is, but I can't really be upset with the position I was starting, because I will be starting on hard, and in the beginning of the race I always just have lack of skill, so it doesn't really matter to me, and my teammate always is faster than me in the race, so it doesn't really care.
Yeah, but obviously going into the race, obviously one of the only 3 drivers fit that hard compound tyre, but out of all 3, you were the only one realistically to get the strategy right on that harder compound tyre, boxing under that first safety car to the mediums and then go back onto the hard compound tyres, whereas the others obviously had to either go long on that harder or obviously, as we saw with Renus, go really hard on long on the mediums, and obviously that cost him in the end for that podium. Yes, 5 seconds did come into play, but still, looking in to next week, obviously we go to Kota. Obviously, you've basically answered my first question, my second question. My apologies. But then, obviously into Kota, we've heard some stuff already about the Ferrari and the Red Bull. How do you think that Mercedes will be able to cope around the difficult track?
I think my teammate will have a chance to do some real damage to the Ferrari and Red Bull.
Ooh.
Maybe just compete with for the win, but I am not seeing them as my rivals, because they have much faster cars and I just have to cruise in the middle or something. And I have to focus on my race pace, because today in the beginning it wasn't that great, which led me to P9, unfortunately. Then the safety car came. But I'm stuck in a train, so I needed to go to the hards, to the mediums, I think. Then I really wanted to go another pit stop for if there was not a safety car, then I would go again to the mediums. But then the safety car came and I was struggling to decide, and I asked my teammate and he said do hard and drive the race out from there on. And he helped me so much in the race. Basically, he didn't make it hard, and the academy didn't really make it hard, especially Malapis.
Yeah, but obviously still P3 in this race, and hopefully we can see some great battling in Kota. Hopefully maybe see you back onto the podium. We never know really what's going to happen, but we will hopefully see you next week. Enjoy your evening.
Yes, cheers.
Alright, and that is going to do it today for JSI Season 8 Round 10 for the Dutch Grand Prix. Next week, obviously, we head over to Texas for the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. I'm just going to double check. Am I there? I need to check. Yeah, sprint race, possibly. Oh, no, I'm not there. Damn it. No, I'm not there. That is a shame, because I was actually sort of looking forward to that one. But unfortunately, we won't be there I won't be there for the Kota Grace. I'll be back hopefully for Abu Dhabi. Let me check. Yeah, I'll be back for Abu Dhabi. We're all good there for the final round. But I've been your host, Zook. Don't forget to subscribe and like always. If you have enjoyed, and obviously join the Discord if you do want to be racing here. And until next time, goodbye.